The dedicated men and women of the emergency services are an integral part of the local community, and it's vital that they get the right training, the latest equipment, and the best facilities. In part 2 of our look at Lego Town and City Fire Departments, we saw that even in the early days of the sub-theme, they were getting set up for success. It's like these towns are the safest in the world. After this, if your barbecue gets a little out of control or your cat gets stuck up a tree, you'll know who to call for help. I'm Lord Paul, and this is Lord Paul's Bricks. Hey Brick fans, if you're new here, welcome. And if you've been following my reviews and history videos, welcome back to the channel. This video is part 2 looking at the fire department in Lego Town and City, and the link to part 1 is in the description so you can catch up on the adventure if you haven't already seen it. In part 1, we looked at the origins of the fire sub-theme through Legoland, Lego Classic Town, Town and World City. Today, in part 2, we continue our journey as we see how the playability scale went to maximum with Lego City theme and the amount of detail that went into the sets and what goes into the sets today. Remember, if you're enjoying my content, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe so you'll always be first to know when the next video lands. Your comments and feedback are always appreciated. You never know, your idea could show up in a future video. After the dire years of late 90s and early 2000s, when the theme was updated to Lego City, it was like a spark was back. A new energy was being put into the sets, and I draw a comparison to this period to the fantastic launch of the Classic Town back in 1978. For the launch year, there was the usual selection of sets with some small vehicles, 4914 Fire Chief's car, 5532 Fire car, 7238 Fire helicopter, and 7241 Fire car. The stars of the year, though, were 7239 Fire truck, which was the best fire truck we'd seen in a long time, and the compact fire station. Although that had a few shortcomings, it had no fire truck, and it reused the minifigure torso prints from the World City theme. As we've seen in earlier time periods, minifigure torsos seem to have a longevity to them that many other printed elements do not. The carryover torso from the World City theme was the main firefighter torso until updated designs emerged with sets in 2013. There were 2 replacement torso designs in 2013, both with far more detail. Once we got to 2019 though, there were 5 different torsos used in the fire sub-theme sets. It was also in the later 2010s that a greater representation of female minifigures was present. The early 2020s saw even more torso prints, and the cycling of prints seems to be reduced so that we no longer see torso prints being used for 10 years or more. I like the variety that has come through in recent sets, and with firefighters out of their gear and even a guy who looks like he has fire pajamas. After the 2005 launch of City and the first batch of sets, it was 2007 where the sub-theme really seemed to boom, starting with the usual polybag or promo sets, and this rather nifty set 7942 Off-Road Fire Rescue. It starts to get real with set 7906 Fireboat that also came with a small dinghy, 3 minifigures and a captain sporting a silver helmet. Another on-water craft for this year was set 7906 Fire Hovercraft, complete with 274 pieces and 3 minifigures. This was not a style of set that we'd seen previously, and with the wheels underneath, it had some really good playability. The icon of that year, though, was the 600-piece fire station with a sprawling footprint, 3 minifigures, and 2 really great vehicles. All we got in 2008 was 5613 mini set. That was good to pad out your minifigures, but in 2010, a 5-set wave lifted the fire game again. An interesting spin was set 7213 Off-Road Fire Truck with inflatable boat, and set 7207 Fireboat with 300 pieces, 4 minifigures, and a terrific design including a boom arm for fighting fires. With set 7206 giving us a decent sized fire helicopter dragging a water bucket, the main set of 2010 was 7208 Fire Station, and that had another stretched out building, a sleek fire truck, and the classic cat up the tree play feature. In my videos about the history of police in Lego Town and City, I highlighted that the 2010s really elevated the playability of the sets by including something for the main characters of the set to do. For police, it was chasing crooks, but for fire sets, it's all about fighting fire and in more and more creative scenarios. This started to become more prominent in the 2013 wave of sets and continued through the 2010s and 2020s. We have a simple kickoff with set 60000, fire motorcycle where he's trying to put out a dumpster fire, and set 060001 fire chief car where he's helping a civilian rescue her cat. A great fire appliance with set 6002 and with the truck being supplied from a fire hydrant, and 6003 getting a fire in an abandoned building under control. You'll start to see a pattern with later years, but for this year, we still got 6005 fireboat, which is actually 2 boats, and set 60010 fire helicopter, trying to put out a fire in a chemical tank. Big set of the year, of course, was 60004 fire station, clocking in with massive 750 pieces and 5 minifigures, a Dalmatian dog, and all that resource was to put out a simple bin fire. In between all of that action and the 2016 wave, there was a couple of minifigure packs with fire accessory pack and a fire starter set. Not quite the name you probably want for a firefighter set. When we get past the small 2016 sets such as 60105, where he looks like he's putting out a fire in a TV, or 60106 with its little hovercraft trying to put out an engine fire on the dock, we get some quite substantial sets with lots to do. In set 60108, we have a fire response unit trying to deal with a chemical fire in a shipping container from the air. The team in 60109 is trying to sort out a fire in a lighthouse on a very, very small island. And set 60111 is trying to make sure that Lord Paul doesn't lose contact with Lego City TV. For me, the highlights of 2016 include 60107 fire ladder truck, which didn't really break new ground, but it was a nice modern truck with the guys trying to put out another chemical fire. Seriously, the guys at Lego City just need to be more careful. I can't help thinking back to 1980 snorkel pumper when I see this set 60112 fire engine and see how far imagination has come with 3 guys trying to put out a random fire. The fire station of this wave has a couple of great vehicles, a huge 900 plus piece count, 6 minifigures and a Dalmatian, and a hapless hot dog vendor that's sort of lost control of his little cart with up in flames. There was a couple of great sets in 2019, but my favourite of 60214 Burger Bar Fire Rescue. Fortunately, this little burger shack doesn't look damaged, but his burger sign is toast, and hopefully the fire crew can get this sorted quickly. The fire station for this wave was a smaller set, but designed to be on the docks with a small jet ski, a utility vehicle, and a drone to keep an eye on the action. We have a small fire ATV with sets 30361, a firefighter trying to quell a fire from a barbecue in set 60212, and set 60213 dockside fire, which pairs nicely with the fire station. A couple of larger sets are 60217 fireplane, trying to save some local flora and fauna, and 60231 fire chief response, doing their best to deal with an electrical substation fire. The final set for this 2019 wave is set 60216 Downtown Fire Brigade, which is sorting out a fire outbreak on a construction site. There is quite a nice ladder truck, helicopter, and 7 minifigures trying to pull all these components together to get this fire sorted. We had 3 small sets in 2020 with 30368 Fire Rescue Water Scooter, 60247 Forest Fire with this Go Anywhere vehicle, and 60248 Fire Helicopter Response. The highlight of 2021 was the release of 2 fire stations. The 2 fire stations released were numbered outside of the normal city numbering pattern, with the first small set 77943 having 230 pieces, 3 minifigures and a small vehicle. The second, much larger fire station is 77944, and this was an updated remake of the 2016 set 60110 with 900 pieces, 6 minifigures, a fire truck, a vehicle and a helicopter. Some smaller sets of 2021 were 30566 helicopter, 60279 fire hazard truck, all with a small job to do. Set 60281 fire helicopter was a 200-piece set with the 3 minifigures trying to put out a relay station fire, and set 60282 fire command unit was a fairly chunky looking truck with 4 minifigures and a fire robot putting out a fire. After 50 years of lots of red vehicles and buildings, the wave of 2022 saw an evolution of the colour scheme with a greater prominence of vibrant yellow, also known as neon yellow. You can see it here in 60318 fire helicopter and another bin fire, and 60319 fire rescue and police chase with a bandit's case going up in flames. In set 60320, which is a smallish fire station building with a helicopter, utility van and a water cannon, with 540 pieces and 5 minifigures, this fire station has plenty of yellow and gives a clean, modern appearance. The big set of this wave is 60321, which is a 750-piece sardine factory fire. A brilliant fire appliance with the yellow features and a water cannon, 7 minifigures with plenty of equipment that are desperately trying to save a small family of cats and the secret sauce from the sardines. The recent couple of years have seen some really nice sets, but nothing that really gives the presence of the preceding few years. For 2023, set 60373 Fire Rescue Boat, featuring a firefighter with a jetpack trying to help a poor girl with a boat aflame, and set 60374 Fire Command Truck, which has all sorts of stuff to support the team, such as a drone and a robot. This poor guy in a 4+ set 60375 has his popcorn cart on fire, and a fun little fire station, fire engine and slide gives some really good play options, along with 60393 4x4 fire truck and a poor cat up a burning tree having a really bad day. For 2024, another 4+ set 60410 features a fire rescue motorcycle and yet another barbecue fire. Set 60411 Fire Rescue Helicopter is ready for even the smallest fire outbreak, and 60412 4x4 truck with boat, keeping even the most remote campers safe. The fire rescue plane of set of 60413 is well suited to sorting out the forest fires with another jetpack firefighter, and I seriously like the 840-piece fire station 60414 from this wave. The styling of the building is quite the breakout, and I imagine when built it would be quite the landmark in your LEGO city. I bought 2 of this set to see how a double-sized version of this set would look. All we have seen for 2025 is a 4+ fire truck 60463, which has a couple of minifigures in a rather boxy little truck. So that takes us through 60 years of the fire services in our Legoland, Lego Town and Lego City themes, from simple fire trucks to complex fire stations. It's an important service, and as we have seen over the last decade, it gives some great playability options. If you missed my videos chronicling the early days of Lego Town and City and the evolution of the police sub-theme, you'll want to check them out, so I'll put the links in the description so you can catch up on all our adventures. Up next on the channel, we're diving into the next great public service, the history of Lego hospitals and medical services. You won't want to miss our look at the evolution of ambulances, hospitals and medical teams. If you're enjoying this series, please hit that like button and subscribe, and you'll be the first to know when the next medical series lands, or my next reviews for that matter. And as always, your comments and feedback are always appreciated. I read and respond to all comments. So keep on building and keep expanding your amazing Lego towns and cities. I'm Lord Paul, and this is Lord Paul's Bricks, and bye for now.